really believe that. I've seen many teams adopting these ideas of like operational clarity and problem solving with the business and working with the tools they have available. But it can be helpful to sort of see visually how different it can be. So let's bring up, like, let's start with the dashboard. Let's start with the kind of the enemy, as it were. And we just talk through this in a kind of very fundamental sense. I can show you the difference and contrast. So if you can see this, you'll see what is actually just a normal dashboard, because you can still do all the things you can in a normal BI tool, but it's just not its secret sauce. This is obviously a dashboard. It's a grid of numbers. This is what we've seen for decades. And don't get me wrong, dashboards have their place, particularly for, you know, operational, very quick gut, like instinctive decision making when you see a number. Let me just show you this in a different way. What I'm going to show you now is exactly the same metrics as you can see here, but laid out in what we would call a metric map or a metric tree. So this is exactly the same numbers, same charts you saw in the dashboard view, but you can say we're laying these metrics out as a hierarchy. We're showing and putting these metrics into context of each other. So the story and how the business fits together is being told, not just the numbers. And this is what we would call business visualization, because how these metrics relate to each other is showing you how the business works. And you can instantly see the story here that, in this case, we've got actions and actions broken down into active users and actions per user. You can see that their active users growing, the ratio of actions per user is dropping, and that leads to a flattening curve at the top level. It's just that, it sounds so simple, but it is just that ability to let the BI tool paint the business, not just the metrics and accrued grid. And so you can see already that this ability to contextualize your numbers it gives you this clarity, this operational clarity, which, you know, would normally be very difficult in dashboard view. This particular example here, you can see, has got about 60 different metrics, but it doesn't look or confuse you as 60 metrics would if it was in a dashboard of many pages, because it's all contextualized. You understand how they all fit together. So you can take very complicated systems, or which often businesses are, and make them as simple as you can, to remove the cognitive load from that executive, maybe, who's throwing you questions, and say, here's your world, here's the business you're dealing with. What questions do you now have? And then the questions you're going to receive from them should be far better, more informed than they'd be if they're trying to work out what's really going on with the 8 or 9 dashboards they look at on a daily basis, and they can't quite, you know, see the wood from the trees.